Hello and welcome. I am Ollie Juno and this is my crafty corner. Today is a stitch with me. It is July. It is August the 6th. It is 1 p.m. in the afternoon and this is going to be Stitch with Me number 54. Yes. I decided today we're going to work on two dragons. I did not get my nails painted this week, so they look pretty rough, and I apologize. Please don't pay attention. But I was not up for painting my nails this week. Let's see. Alright, so I did not get my floss tube this week. Which is weird because I had most of the week off of work. I had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off work this week. But I just got a little frustrated because I did my Stitch With Me on Monday. My live Stitch With Me for having the day off work. Well, hello, Simon. You gonna go up lay by the window? Simon's gonna go lay in his spot in front of the window. And yeah, what was I? Oh yes. Like I said, I was sitting there getting my got my stuff all ready for my sewing because I was going to try to make the bags. We're actually going to go this way because I'm going to be parking right there. And lo and behold, I cut the back of my bags. No. The interior of my bags wrong and the back of my bags wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. I cut them all the incorrect size. So it just really agitated me and made me angry. And I'm like, I'm not messing with it. So I proceeded to sit down and read. So I read for the rest of the day on Monday. I read all day Tuesday. Wednesday, my son started school. I did read a good chunk on Wednesday, but if I remember right, I did stitch on Wednesday. I got back into doing some stitching, so shoot, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, so that's there, yes. So then we're gonna go down here and then go 1 and 2. There. Alrighty. So yeah, I went a long time without stitching. Finally got my stitchy bug back and started stitching again. On Wednesday, and I started listening to a couple of audiobooks. Got really interested in the story, got a lot, so I did get stitching done. I didn't get, at least I think I stitched on Wednesday. I'd have to check Instagram because I tend to notate, like, show my stitching when I'm done every night. I don't know for sure if I did stitch on Wednesday or not. I know I went and I did a lot of reading this week. I finished a couple of books. I have the Kindle Unlimited for Amazon. So I remember I finished a couple of books. I know I didn't get any stitching at work on Thursday because I was in the office all day. I know, now I do know for sure that I did stitch Thursday night for a fact. Because if I remember right, yeah, Thursday night I stitched on Kitten and the Rose. I posted that last night because I didn't post it the night I actually did it. But I posted the progress I did make on Friday night for Thursday. But I remember stitching on Kitten and the Rose and Pandemic. Alright, so I'm ending my thread. Let me walk you through. I know if you've watched my videos a couple of times, you've watched and seen this, but this is, as you can see, this is my Dreamcatcher by Gecko Rouge. I'm stitching this 2/1 tent stitch on 25 count, and I'm about to end my thread, and I end using the loop method. So I come up the bottom right or bottom left hole, and then I go back down because tent is a little tricky, and then I go back up and I go through the loop I created, and then I hold on, I unthreaded my needle, which is causing an issue. Of course, I'm trying to show how this is done, and then I'm gonna mess it all up. That's Tapar. Hold on. I messed it up good. Let's see, can I fix my boo-boo? Where are you at? I don't know. Got a nice little knot right there. Of course. Come on. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I got this good. Gave myself a nice little knot. Might be able to save it. Maybe. There we go. Ha 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 ha. He gave me a big screw you. Alright, let me rethread this and try this again. Alright, so let's make sure I don't lose my loop. Okay, so we're going to go down, and then we're going to go back up, and we're going to go through the loop. I got both my tails. Now I'm going to pull it taut. I'm going to go through here, pull that little loop back to the back, and then sometimes I go up the hole I just went down, but if I've got a stitch near it, I will go through the next one. That way I'm not coming back up with the loop that I just had, because sometimes you can come back up the hole and pull your loop back through. So if I've got a color nearby, I like to go through it. So what I do now is I will take my needle and I'm going to go directly behind the piece of thread right there, so that it's still behind the thread, so you can't see the tacked stitch. When you're doing full crosses, you don't really have to fight it that much because you've got the two pieces on the one thread. With this, you have to try to make sure that you get directly behind that thread, but not enough that it pushes it to the side or grabs the thread itself, because then if you look, you can tell. At least I can. But that's tacked it down. My thread is not going anywhere. So now we're going to snip this. And I probably should keep the thread because it could do a couple more stitches. Uh-oh. But I normally go ahead and when it's about this length, I go ahead and throw it away. I'm not, I don't keep every bit of length. Like I said, I could get more stitches out of that, but I don't see, I'm not a thread holder. I don't fight for every little inch of thread. Okay, so now that is all my parked ones. So now let's go with my non-parked. So I normally look for the ones that have the least amount and then proceed from there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the star. So that's number 23. I did that because I knew I was in the 20s on where my thread was at. I knew I was around the 20s already, so there we go. And with this, I'm doing the 2/1. It's the easy loop start. It's no extra steps to make the loop. So I just thread my needle. Eventually. There we go. And then that is here. And that thread is started. All right, I was talking about stitching, right? What was I talking about? Okay, so I'm actually going to park this one down here in that stitch because there's not any easily there, so I'm gonna park that one there. There we go. As for my stitching method, I'm doing the 90% Royal Rose method. I change it up just a little because, at least I think I consider it changing up because instead of parking down here, there are times where I will see it over here and I'll park it in the next tower over. Instead of parking down, especially if there's only a few stitches in the next tower. All right, so I could use just one piece of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and use both. This is a piece I've already used, so I will need to create a loop on this. So I go a little ways away. Then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go down where I can just see the tips here. I'm gonna go back down the hole I just came up. So now I've created my loop. Now I'm going through. There. Make sure that is not connected. Now I've got my loop. I'm I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna go down the hole. I'm not pulling tight or taut. I'm just pulling enough so that it's not easily pulling through. Because I know if I pulled hard, I would pull the loop out, no problem. But it's like I can tug it and it just kind of bounces just a little bit and it's not moving. So I know that it's tacked down enough that it's not going to come loose. So now we are ready to proceed with these stitches. Let's see. All right. Let's see what. Oh yes, I was. 2, 3. I was trying to talk, but I keep getting sidetracked because I want to talk about what I'm doing on my stitching as well. And that is now parked. There we go. All right, now it looks like I only have 2 colors left. I have the squares and I have the triangles. So I'm gonna do the triangle here first, and then I'll do the squares last. Where am I? Hold on, I gotta find my color. I need a better way to keep these organized. I have them all over the place. They're not in any kind of order. So yeah, like I was saying, I didn't stitch all that much this week. I got kind of frustrated on not getting the bags created as I had planned and the Etsy shop opened as I had planned. But my middle daughter actually gave me an idea. I'm going to take the ones that I cut improperly and just make them smaller. Go ahead and cut the rest of them to the right size and like get some more of the same type of fabric and cut the fronts for the backs that I made too short and then cut the backs for the ones that are the right size, and then get some smaller zippers for the other bags. And then I've also think I'm going to make a few of them with the zipper on top, because I put a poll on my channel on if you prefer the zipper on the top or the zipper underneath, and or on the front, because I've been making them. That looks weird to me. Okay, I've been making them with the zipper here on the front, but I've been thinking about making them up here and getting some of those, seeing how they look with the what they call the hidden zippers. I saw some at Walmart the other day, and I'm going to try to make a few like that and see what I think, and make a few with the normal zippers and see how they look. So that's my new plan. I don't know, since we came up with that plan, I've got a little more, oh, okay, I can do my creative stuff again. I don't know, I think I just kind of got a little depressed that pissed off that things did not go the way they were supposed to, just because I did something stupid. Because I didn't double check and make sure that I was cutting the right sizes. I just went with like, oh, it's this, I know it. Yeah. I regretted that, and I know not to do that now. But, I mean, sometimes when you do things wrong, it's a teaching, you know? Makes you go, hey, now I know I need to double check, no matter the fact that I've made quite a few of these. I just need to look a second time and just to verify that what I'm doing is right. So, yeah, that's been my week. The work has been all right. We went into the office on Thursday. Got my laptop fixed, which I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but I've been having issues with my work laptop. Finally got that fixed. Everything finally seems to be running right, which is great. Really makes for a stressful day when your device is not working. And being that I'm an IT tech, I really hate when my device is not working because then it affects my ability to help everybody else. So, yeah. Let me mark where I'm at because I'm getting a little confused. There we go. Let's see. My son started school this week, and my middle daughter too. I think I had discussed that they've got him in incorrect classes. They're giving him actual 9th grade work, and he's not in 9th grade level studies. He's about 5th, 6th grade level studies. But they did give him a STARS test yesterday so that they can get him put into the right classes. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get him in the right classes soon because I don't want him to get discouraged, because when he gets discouraged, he doesn't like to try. So, but like I said, we will see how that goes. I probably will not get a floss tube out this week. I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna do my floss tube on Wednesday to show all my progress. I think that's just going to be, oops, down one. I think that's just going to be the best step for me right now, is just to do my progress next week on Wednesday, and then try to stay on the week-to-week progress. I've been trying to work on this pattern more. I'm supposed to have this done by Christmas. Since I'm only at like 17 something percent, I don't know if that's going to happen, because I don't, I'm not a monogamous stitcher. I'll put a couple of hundred stitches into one and then go to the next. Put a couple of hundred stitches into one and then go to the next. And that's just, uh-oh, did I go too far? I think I went too far. Yeah, I went too far. I believe it stops there. Ouch, I stabbed myself. Yeah, it would stop there. Yeah, so I don't know. We will see. I was looking forward to joining Dizzy Stitcher, Darren, Dizzy Stitcher, on the Zoom meeting tonight, but that is not going to be able to happen because we actually have plans tonight that I did not know about. So I won't, when we're leaving the house around 7, so I won't be able to join the Zoom meeting. but that's always seems like that's the way life is. Yeah, they got plans and life goes, nope, we're doing something different. So that sucks. Next Saturday, I go to my stitching meetup with all the locals. So at the local LNS shop. So I'm really looking forward to that. Ouch. The shop I go to, the local LNS we have here is called Always in Stitches. They have a YouTube. They actually do floss tubes. She shows stuff that they've stitched on, the stuff in their shop that they've got recently. On the YouTube channel, they also show quilting stuff, like how to quilt, how to make certain types of quilts. I'm not big into quilts, so it doesn't really, I watched a few of them, but it's not anything I'm really interested in. They do sell stuff online, so if you you can order from the website. You can even call them up and say, hey, do you have this? And they will personally go grab it off their shelf and ship it to you. At least that's the vibe, that's the way it sounds like when you listen to their floss tubes. So definitely, check them out. I don't know if they ship overseas or anything like that. But definitely check them out. They got a pretty cool, their floss tube channel is pretty cool. They show all kinds of stuff on it. Come on. There we go. And then pull it back, and that one is done. Yay! All right, we are done with that color. Yay! All right, now we got one color left. Yay! 47. All right, so I'm going to do this one a little different since I know it's a lot. I'm actually going to pull 2 strands and do, I said 2 strands, not more than 2. Thank you. You need to go back on the loop. Thank you. It wanted to pull more than 2. Give me just a second. I'm getting this back on the thread drop here. There we go. All right. It's like, you're streaming. I'm going to give you all kinds of heck today. There we go. Nice long strand. Sorry for bumping the camera, guys. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Now we are ready to begin. Take a drink. There we go. I gotta make sure. I kind of sit a little weird here. I have 2 pillows in my seat to help rest my arms on, because it hurts if I kind of hold them myself, but if I have a pillow, it really helps angle. I can show you. The camera's gonna move, guys. So let me just show you my setup here. Oops. Just a minute here. So I have a pillow here that helps hold my hand up, and then a pillow under here that helps hold my elbow so that I can continuously do this without actually holding my arms up. I sit with like this in almost every chair that I stitch in. Sorry. So like everywhere I stitch, I almost always bring 2 pillows. Like when I go to my friend's house, I bring the 2 pillows. I used to have a bunch of these little round ones, but you'll see this on floss too, but I made me one this week. I decided, so I took one of my patterns that I finished. This is one of my cross stitch patterns. And then my mom had gave me some flannel fabric, and I turned it into a pillow. And it is perfect for sitting here at my side and helping keep my elbow on. So I'm really, really happy about that. And for the fact that it's something I cross-stitched, and I made an FFO out of it. Yay! I have another one that I'm going to be hopefully getting finished and turned into a pillow this week. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it. It's gonna be a bigger pillow. I don't know. It may be used for like a back pillow for me or something. I don't know. I'm becoming obsessed with pillows. But yeah, I'm really enjoying let's go this way. I really thought it was kind of cool that I turned one of my projects into into a pillow. I mean, I made a pillow for my grandpa last year. I think it was last year. Yeah. Out of a cross stitch pattern that I made for my grandma. But grandma passed away, so I wasn't able to give the gift to her. So I turned it into a pillow so that he could keep it near him at all times. Because it was, you know, she loved butterflies and she loved the color purple, so it was a purple butterfly. Variegated purple butterfly. It had multiple different shades of purple and pinkish. Come on, where am I going? I'm going back down the hole. So yeah, that's the first time I'd ever made a pillow, and turned out pretty well. I need to learn better how to sew the ends together once you stuff it. I need to learn the best method for that. But yeah, right now I'm not that worried about it. Turned out really good. This pillow I have currently turned out really good. I'm hoping to go get the fabric I need this weekend so that I can work on the bags. At least that's my plans, is to try to get some bags created this week, but still get my stitching in. I've got to start a new project for work because I did finish my stitching for that. I haven't decided, I think I've decided what I'm going to do. It's not going to be a very simple project like I've been doing, but I've decided I'm not really going to be taking my cross stitch to work with me anymore. So I hope we don't have office visits very often. I don't stitch very well in hand. Having to hold the frame in my hand to stitch, and I don't do it. I don't like doing it. I tend to put it down. I tend not to mess with it. And I can't take my frame with me because they don't want that obvious that you're not doing, you don't have any actual work. Because, when you're in the office, you're supposed to be doing work. So I've got to the point where when I'm in the office, I just pull up my, on the computer, I can pull up I think it's Cloud Reader for Kindle. And I just read a couple of stories. I normally find ones that I've read before. So I know the storyline. Kind of like what I do with audiobooks. I don't tend to listen to very many books that I have not read before. I don't know why. I like listening to stories that I know. I know I think I've mentioned this before. I have a few on there that I've never listened to before. And I do listen to them, but truthfully, like when I'm stitching, I tend to find a book that I've heard a million times and I know the story and I like the story, just because I know I don't really have to pay attention to it. I know where the sad parts are, so I can be prepared to brace myself, because I am a crier. Super sad parts, super happy parts, it doesn't matter. Story, movie, does not matter. I will cry. I cry in kids shows, I cry in, happy endings, I cry at sad parts, like I can think too sad of a thought and cry. I don't know. I've always been a crier. So, I like finding the stories that I know, because then it's like, okay, this is coming up on a sad part. Maybe I should go do something different for a minute. It's not stitch because my eyes are about to start watering. Hey, it's time to go to the bathroom, Oh, I'm out of a drink. Let's go get a drink while we're at this part. Okay, now we're past that part. I can continue stitching. It's just, I don't know. I've always been that way. I get angry, I cry. I get upset, I cry. I get sad, I cry. Super happy. I don't really know. Like, if I get super excited and happy, I don't really think I cry. But I know, I've always been one that I could make myself cry. Like, all I have to do is say a sad thought, think of that sad thought, and I can start getting the tears rolling down my face. Yeah. Let's see. Not sure what to chat about. Chatted about work. I chatted about my week. Yeah, I was talking about the bags. Like I said, I do think I'm going to start leaning more towards bags that open on the top instead of on the side. Maybe I'll have a variety. Who knows? Actually, let's see. I'm gonna do this. I know I've mentioned this before. I kind of pre-plan my stitches, like the path that I'm going to take. So I'm doing these here because that's more of a solid row. So if I do these now, then I don't waste that much thread by trying to feed back through, to come back through, because I like going row by row as much as possible. So it's like, I finished that section there, so now I can just go down a little and then come back across. I will say I have, like I said, I have been doing the Royal Rose method. I'm really liking the Royal Rose method. It's been working out really well. I've converted a couple of projects over. Most of my projects are Royal Rose. My samplers are not, my long dog samplers, they are not. I don't even see how I could do Royal Rose with them because they're all just one color, and they're not solid blocks of color. So those are not and will never be. My two dragons is not. It does not really have a method, I guess. I would say it's just kind of a whatever I feel like, as I've stated before with that one. Whatever I feel like is the way it gets stitched. Oh, I want to stitch all the way down into this row. Now I'm going to stitch all the way into that row. It is kind of a cross-county parking type. You know, it's like I will go 10 to, I'll go like 20 rows, 30 rows over, and then park. You know, I'll just keep feeding it over and working on it and doing it and go from there. I don't really have a particular method on it. I'm just like, oh, okay, we're gonna fill in this area. Oh, look, this color goes down here. Let's go. Let's just follow this color along. So, I don't know. But I've got this one. I'm probably going to put my Dreaming of Being Human back away. I have not really been able to stitch on it. Just haven't felt the need for it. I'm not sure. I'm almost about ready to pull out my Christmas one that I have. My Winter Tranquility. I don't know if y'all remember that one. I haven't had it out since like January this year, I believe. But I'm gonna get that one back out. I want to start working on that. See if I can get that finished by Christmas. I think is going to be something I'm gonna look forward to. That might also become one of my work projects when I have a busy day. Like, I think maybe during the beginning of the week. So I don't know, I might need to figure out how I'm going to frame the new project. If I'm going to do it on the Q-snap or if I'm going to try to put it on a scroll frame. Because I want to do, it's a sampler that I got off Etsy. It's a tulip. A lot of my office projects are Christmas gifts. So like I finished the multi-cat, that's a Christmas gift for a family. The little bird that I just finished is a Christmas gift for my family. Cat stitch I finished not long ago. Like I did another little mini cat stitch. That's for, you know, family members. I don't know. I like the idea of giving projects that I've worked on to family. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish them out yet. I think the multi-cat I might turn into a little throw pillow because my Aunt Janice and them would like that. The bird, I'm basically going to frame it for like a wall ornament, like to hang up. But I'm going to use the basically, if you've seen it, the frame that it's in. It's in one of those, I don't even know what they're called. But I have it sitting right over here. It's in this. It has a little hook on it already for the wall. It's a little rubber around on the plastic. I'm just going to cut off all the extra fabric and most likely glue it into the frame and try to cut as much of the fabric off as I possibly can. And I think I'm even going to leave where you can see the stitching on the back, because it's not too messy on the back. I was able to keep it pretty clean, so I think I'm gonna leave it where it's just hangs on the wall in that exact thing. At least that's if I can get it to cut right. If not, then I will glue some felt on the back of it. So we'll see. You know, you make plans and all that, and sometimes it just doesn't pan through. Alrighty. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm going to do my best to try to work on this, at least get, I know one of the Facebook groups we've got is doing a 100 days project thing. I haven't joined the project. I didn't join it, but I do like the idea of it. So I'm going to try and stitch on this at least once every day. That's the goal, or like once, I don't know, I'm not going to say every day because I'm not going to stitch on it every day. I'm going to try to stitch on this at least twice, 2 to 3 times a week. No set amount of stitches, but I do really want to start making progress on this. Oh, and I covered where I wasn't supposed to. Oh well. I did a stitch that I shouldn't have done. I forgot. Oh well. It's close to the right color. It ain't gonna be noticeable. Somehow that didn't get marked. I know I did that one. Mark that since I ended up doing that stitch without planning to do it. Right? Yep. All right. We're on to the next square. Yay! All right. Let's see. Grab the lowest here. Let's see. Ah! That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Ha ha ha. Did I bump that? If I did, I apologize. I don't remember bumping it to knock it that far off whack. Luckily it was still in screen. At least I think it was. So I'm kind of liking the way I have this set up today. The last time I had it set up, this was laying flatter. This time I've got it, it's more tilted, which is the way I prefer to work. And then I have my camera further behind me, so it's getting the right angle, but it's not too close. And it is slightly in my face, but it's not major in my face. Oops. So I don't know, I kind of like the way it's sitting, so we'll see how this continues to work. Maybe hopefully I can get it to set right the second time I go to set it, because I don't never seem to get it right when I try a second time, because I always end up having to reposition things, because I'm gonna have to move this because it's in front of the 3D printer and it'll just cause issues when we're trying to work on it. Alrighty. Not there. We're gonna go here. All right. 1, 2. So I'll probably get about 400 stitches into this one today. And then I'll probably switch. I think I'm switching over to my canopy part one and work on that one. I don't know, I really enjoy working on the red fabric. I love it. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna go ahead and end this because there's no close by park of it, I don't believe. Let me, I could do that. There's enough of this that I could pull it down there and get a few more stitches out of it. So we're gonna park this here. 1, 2, and 3. So that should let me get those 3 stitches when I get to that part. All right, go back in. Got the U. So actually, I think I'm going to undo this one and grab it. I don't think I'm going to start my first stitch there. I'm actually going to start my stitch down here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go here. Now we're going to go here. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now we're gonna go back, go over. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. There we go. As I said, now I've said it a couple of times, I kind of plan my path out. Yep. This one, we're gonna go into the next square. Come on. It's fighting me. One thing nice is once I get off the video, all I have to do is reheat leftovers, because we actually we made enough food last night that there's leftovers. It was amazing. But we made it's called, like, it's a new recipe. It's the first time we've ever made it. The actual recipe was called like beef macaroni. It's just basically, I consider it like just a beef stew type, like a beefy stew soup. It's got hamburger meat, tomatoes, like a bunch of tomatoes, diced up tomatoes, and elbow noodles. And it was so good. My daughter wanted to, like, we were making it and doing the flavors on it, and it was like, okay, it needs something more. It needs more salt. So we put more salt in it. And then she was like, it needs chili powder. I'm like, yeah, no. She likes spicy. She's real big on spicy. Like, yeah, no, we don't need chili powder. You're just going to make it, you know, spicy, and then everybody else ain't going to be able to eat it. And she was like, it would taste so much better. I was like, yeah. So she proceeds to grab a small container, take some of the sauce, the juice, and mixes it up and adds a little bit of chili powder to it, and it was so good. We ended up adding chili powder to it, and it just made it 90 times better. So she was just like, ha, see, I knew what I was talking about. I called her a little brat. But she was right, so I gave her kudos. She is good with flavors. It's just sometimes she's not, because the other day she was making her something to eat, and she made spaghetti tacos. Like, she put spaghetti on hard taco shells. I was just like, no. She goes, but it's gonna be so good. I found the plate later. The taco shells were still there. She just dumped the spaghetti out and ate the spaghetti. She wouldn't talk to me because I told her that just sounded nasty. So, but she has some good ideas. So, I'm looking forward to the leftovers today. That is not in the right spot. Either that's not in the right spot or this is not in the right spot. I don't think this is in the right spot. Which means this is not in the right spot. This is not in the right spot. No, that's the right spot. Three. So I put that in the wrong spot. There's one, there's two. No, that's in the right spot. Because this says it would be here. But that says no. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see. That's 4 over, not 3 over. Oh well. We'll put that in the right spot. And then this one here. See, I make boo-boos. Everybody makes boo-boos on these things, but it's not worth frogging those, because it's not that different. It's not going to make a difference. You're not really going to be able to see where that is once I stitch it. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. So I'll just stitch that one in the wrong spot. Not that one. There. And now we need the number 2. That is over here. Where am I at? Here we go. Now we're getting to the right area. There it is. There we go. I will say this stitches up a little faster because it's not as many color changes. Now when I'm working over in the closer to the ears, it's a different story because there's a lot of color changes, and the pattern kind of goes to the side, like the colors kind of go sideways. So I tend to try my best to follow the color instead of going down. So I don't know. We'll see when I get back down there on how the color goes. But All right. Start here. Once I finish this square, I will be done for the day. Well, not done for the day, but I'll be done with this video. Probably going to take all day to load because FlussTube has been doing that recently. Anything over an hour in length, it takes almost 2 hours to load. Actually, this, well, we'll just go ahead and do it. It's not going to be that noticeable. All right. So we're actually going to do that there. Oops. No. All right. Now we're going to do this here. One, two, here. There. 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 Alrighty, we are almost done with this one. And that is going to park there. That's weird. I didn't have anything parked except for one strand in that hole. One strand in that square. All right, and so this is all one color again. So we're going to grab 2 of those and do like I did before. 47. So just a second here. It did. Oop, oop, oop. Come on. Of course, you're gonna give me a knot. I don't want a knot. Alright, now we're going to hook this back on here. There we go. So I'm doing the same thing I did with the prior one because there's a lot of this color. So I don't see the sense in doing where I'm going to have to end twice. So this will make it so I only have to most likely maybe end once and start again. Because there is a lot of this color. It's almost one full block of the same color. But we will see. Oi, oi, oi. He's a pretty Simon. Alright, I'm going to move the camera to give y'all show you what I get to see. I know I've taken pictures of it, but so I'm moving the camera, so if you get sick, look away. Alright, you can look. See, we have a sleeping Simon on my desk. And he will be there for hours. Yeah. He's like, keep petting me. I'll move. Down again. Sorry, I didn't warn. All right. Sorry, I had to point out Simon. He's my baby. Out of our 4 cats, he's my baby. We have Aries, which is his sister. She is my middle daughter's baby. We have Ritzy, who is a black and white tuxedo. Furry as hell. Like, she's got a lot of fur. She's got a lot of hair. And she's kind of cuddly. She's more cuddly than the rest of the kittens. The rest of the cats, that's for sure. She belongs to my oldest kid. And then we have Ritzy, which, unfortunately for, not Ritzy. Ritzy is, if I don't remember what I said, Ritzy is the tuxedo, which is my oldest kid's cat. Reese's is our other calico cat. She's a sweetheart. The biggest problem is our main calico, Aries, absolutely hates her guts and will, like, anytime she sees her, will attack her, chase her. So Reese's tends to hide more than we actually get to see her because she's just trying to stay out of the way, out of view, so she doesn't get attacked. Now when she does come out and we get to pet on her, she's one of those cats that, like, she loves to be petted hard. Like, knock her down hard. She's a little, she likes to cuddle a little bit. Since I've moved downstairs, I haven't really gotten her to come sit with me. But when I was upstairs in the recliner, sometimes Jay would pick her up and put her on my lap, and she'd lay there with me for a little while. Which was funny. It was like, he'd put her down, I'd pet on her for a minute, and then I'd look at her and be like, okay, are you gonna lay down with me? And normally she lays down, which my son was just like, what? Why did they do that? But I just think it's amazing. Like, the cats are not real keen on being held for very long. Like, Simon and Aries, like, you pick them up, they're instantly, wanting to get down. Simon can pick them up and, like, hold them, like they're holding here and their belly is out where you can pet on it. And they just kind of look at us kind of like, okay, can you get him to put me down? But they don't fight him. They don't wiggle to get down. You can sit there and pet them while he's holding them. It's like, I don't know, it's like they understand, that, he's different, because he's obsessed with the cats. He loves to pick them up and carry them around and give them to me, or have them come over and pet on me, or have me pet on them, and then he'll put them down. But, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen him a couple of times bring the cats in so I could, everybody could see him, especially on my Zoom meetings. Like, when I get on Zoom, he comes down, or we're in the same room, he really has a tendency of liking to show off the cats. So it's weird. It's like they understand that, he's different, and to just to tolerate him. I mean, he's not mean to him. He doesn't hurt him or nothing like that. He just wants to pick him up. and carry him around. And then he goes, does his own thing and ignores him. Reese's actually spends quite a bit of time up there in his room because Aries doesn't go in there all that often. So Reese actually spends a lot of time with Jay. So I technically consider Reese's Jay's cat. So because my husband doesn't really care for cats, you know, he has a real sensitive nose, so the litter boxes really get to him. And he always seems to have to go to the bathroom just after the cats go to the bathroom, so he smells them so bad. So it's just like, life. But I will say 4 cats is a bit, you know, a bit crazy. I will say if I would have had it to do over again, I'm not sure I would have got all 4 cats. We probably would not have gotten Ritzy because I would not have wanted to separate them. Probably would have made them wait and see if we could find another one at a later date. Well, mainly because of the 2, you know, the issues we're having right now with them fighting. I hate the cats fighting. Like I hate having to get on to Aries because she's like in attack mode. Like she hunts Reese's. She gets a hint of her. She will start hunting the room for her. And Reese's is hiding behind a box, trying to stay out of sight, and Aries is after her. I don't know if it's because they're both calicos or just because Aries feels like this is her house or exactly why. But she's been on attack mode with them since the day they got brought home. So, I don't know. Now, Aries and Ritzy are not as bad. Aries will sometimes attack Ritzy, but Ritzy attacks back. She doesn't really, you know, let herself be run over. So I don't know if maybe it's just because Reese's doesn't fight back that Aries is after her. I have no clue. The only time Aries goes to attack Ritzy is if Ritzy gets too close to her. And she doesn't hunt Ritzy. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, you're in my space. Attack! So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But truthfully, it's only been about 2 months since we got the other 2, I believe. I think it's been 2 months. But it takes time. I've known where cats never get along, and then eventually cats do get along. My middle daughter is about to be 18, and we are going to be most likely looking for a different place to live. We are going to be trying to buy a house, but our goal in buying a house is to buy what we call a triplex. We ran across a few this year when we were looking. We were going to try, but finances just didn't manage. But my middle daughter will be 18 next year, and she has income coming in. Plus, if my husband and my oldest are able to get on disability or on SSI, then, you know, getting a home will be a lot easier. But we're wanting to get into a triplex, which is basically 3 homes in one. So, like, there'll be the section for me and my husband. there'll be an area for my oldest and my son. They're all connected, kind of like a duplex. All the houses are connected, so you can still easily access everything. You could leave doors open and consider it one big house, but you still have the ability to close yourself off and it be your own separate space. Which my oldest is 19, soon to be 20. My youngest is 15, and they get along real well with the oldest, so having them live in the same section would be fine. And then my middle one, you know, get her own section, get a triplex that's like, heck, even if we find a triplex that has 2 1-bedrooms and a, you know, 3-bedroom would be great. Because we need 5 bedrooms. There's no doubt about it. We have to have 5 bedrooms. Because I need an office space. I am not happy. You know, I want my own space. You know, for my office, for my crafty section. You know, so 5-bedroom is almost an absolute necessity. And it's easier to find a triplex than 5 bedrooms around here. Most places. 5 bedrooms are not very common. At least within a decent price range that can be affordable. But like I said, with my oldest being 18, she can be added to the lease or to the loan. And, you know, that way she has a place to live. And also be working on building up her credit for when she eventually gets a family of her own and wants to move out. And we'll buy her portion of the house that she'd been paying on. Because we would have her, you know, a certain portion of the rent, and that would be hers. She would pay her own utilities, and everything like that. It would all, you know, it would be her house. We wouldn't be allowed in unless she gave us permission, because it would be their house, no matter the fact that it is a triplex. The only one where I'd have any say in is the house that my son would be in. I would have full range to that. I know, I have big plans for big ideas. But, you know, if you don't try to have ideas and don't plan, they never happen. Alright. We're going to end this thread. Try to end it slow enough so everybody can watch. If anybody is still watching. An hour. And 20 minutes in. I actually finished this square pretty quick, didn't I? Because I know I was just at an hour when I started. I was at 45 minutes when I started this square. End of the video. Alright, come on. Thank you. Now we're going to snip this and get another thread and finish off this square. And we'll take the one that I just put on here because it was a single thread. There we go. And then we're going to go and go get some food. It's like 2:20 now. Definitely time for some lunch. Alrighty. Do you start here? Ouch. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I just jibber-jabbered around about future plans, house plans at that. I know when, on Saturday, next Saturday, when I go over to my cross stitch group, the last time I was there, they requested me to bring all my full coverage stuff so they could see it. So I'll be hauling a lot of stuff with me that day. But it's all good. I have no problem showing off my work. I like showing it off. Makes me feel, I think that's why I like doing the floss tubes and showing things on Instagram, because what you feel is such little progress. You know, some people feel like is massive a progress. It's like, oh, I just finished 2 squares today. Oh boy. And you know, some people were like, wow, you got so much done. And you're just like, okay, maybe I did. I don't know. Just one of those things. Choo-choo. Alrighty, we are doing the last stitch of this square. Yay! And this is going to park right there. Yay! Alrighty. Mark off my work. Highlight all unfinished stitches. Yay! There we go. I did exactly 400 stitches. Which is weird because when I started that square I had 200. I had 201. So I'm not sure where the extra where I lost a stitch at. But I hit 18%. Yay! And I have 2 squares left to finish off this corner, which I don't know. I may come back and work on this to see if I can get these 2 squares done so I can start back over here in this section. So let's scroll out so we can see everything. I'm moving camera, sorry. All right, so that is my work. I'm gonna move this over here. I like this needle minder because it's kind of tight to the fabric. So I can take my threads, grab my threads, and it actually holds them pretty solid in without a lot of looseness because it's pretty low to the thing and has a really good magnet. I like my little ferret butt. I got that off of a lady from Twitch. She streams on Twitch. Her name is Sarah Nadia. I will go ahead and link her thing, her Twitch channel below. And she has an Etsy channel where I don't know if she sells the ferret butts or anything like that, but she sells all different types of needle minders. And trees of life. Hold on, do I have one nearby? Yes. These. She sells these. She hand makes these. Here, go closer. She makes these herself. Like, she puts the beads on there. You can even request, if you're on her Twitch channel, sometimes you can request what kind you want, like what colors you want, what beads you want. Like, she has, I think, a form that you can put in where you can request exactly the colors in the method, you know, that you want, like the colors of the wires, the colors of the beads, stuff like that. It's really cool. I really enjoy it. Put that back on here. Put this back over here before I Not sure what that thread is to, but we'll put it back over there. All right, so this is the end of me. I have gotten my 2 rows done that I had stated I wanted to get done today, and we'll see if I do any more. I may not. I kind of want to do my other, but at the same time, I don't know. We will see. First thing first, I'm going to go grab some food. All right, so thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the stitch with me. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Happy stitching.